Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and this is a Nike KD Trey VIII. So this is Kevin Durant's budget model. It's going for only $90 on Nike's website. They have this colorway available as well as another really cool white colorway and has some ice blue accents throughout the shoe. Some really cool colorways, and I feel like this is a great looking shoe. I mean, it's incredible looking. It looks like it could be your signature shoe. You know, not just a budget shoe. It doesn't look budget either to me. So yeah, if you guys want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. But let's get it started off with the traction. So they kept it the same as the KD Trey VIII. I believe they use the exact same pattern. So it says KD here in the forefoot. You have a multi-directional, I guess kind of like a wave bone pattern. The rubber is super hard and very thick, so durability shouldn't be an issue at all, even on outdoor courts. I tried it on my wood floors and it seems to be biting very well. And we have a solid rubber outsole as well. So we have some black here inside the outsole, and then for the perimeter of the outsole, it's basically white. And also another thing that I kind of like is that the outsole slightly comes up here in the medial side, so that you have a little bit, just a little bit more grip if you're doing this type of movement. It also is rounded, so it gives you a little bit of outsole curvature that we love from the Kyrie line. As far as the heel to toe transition goes, it feels pretty damn smooth. You have a very nice curve shape here in the heel, as you guys can see. So it gives you that rocking motion in the heel as well as in the forefoot, which is super nice. Forefoot is very flexible. Look at that. And there's a good amount of compression in the heel from the foam. So what they're using in the shoe is Nike Renew, but then they're saying that it's dual density. So if you look on the bottom of the shoe and you can see the different coloring, I'm guessing the Renew is a little bit softer where the black part is, and then on the outside, you know, the perimeter of the outsole where the white foam is, it's probably a little bit stiffer so that you have more stability. And then if you look here in the heel on the bottom of the shoe, you have some foam exposed, and that foam actually feels a lot softer. Like this black foam feels a lot softer than this white foam. And the Renew feels pretty damn nice. You know, it's slightly caged. You know, here on the lateral side in the forefoot, that's caged. And then the rubber comes up here as well on the lateral and the medial side. And then exposes the foam a lot here in the back of the heel, which is great. So that's where you want a lot of compression, like right here in the back of the heel. I mean, I guess you don't really need it in the medial side as well, because you're not gonna roll your ankle like this, right? You're gonna roll your ankle like this. So you want most of the stability here on the lateral side. But you know, they didn't cage it that much from the outsole, which I like. And the Renew feels great. You know, there's a good amount of heel compression. It feels soft. The forefoot is a lot harder to feel for me. You know, I don't really feel any type of compression in the forefoot, but in the heel, it's actually super nice. The court feel feels really good as well. So it's just a nice, simple foam. And I feel like it's going to be very responsive with pretty good impact protection, which I'm not mad at. So I feel like it's that type of cushion if you want like a really responsive cushion with not a lot of compression. Oh, there's still a little bit of compression, but not like too soft, you know? But it also has pretty good impact protection, you know, which is my type of cushion. I wish they would have put like a little zoom in there, like maybe in the forefoot, but you know, I'm not mad at it. It's still pretty damn nice. Alright, moving on to the materials, which I think is probably my favorite part of this shoe. So here in the forefoot, they're using a textile-like material. It's super thin. It doesn't stretch really that much, but I feel like it'll break in and stretch out a little bit over time. But with very high force, it doesn't really stretch, you know, so that's good, supportive. You have some fuse here in the forefoot, but it's more on the medial side. I would have liked to see a little bit more fuse here, just like in the middle of the toe, but you know, that's okay. Here in the back of the shoe, it looks like a mesh material with some fuse over it. And then here in the back where it's red, we have some foam pods or foam inserts with some screen mesh over it. And this material in the forefoot is super duper nice, you know, and I really like the pattern on it as well. It kind of looks like Flyknit. It looks premium. It feels pretty damn nice in hand. It feels even better on foot. It conforms to your foot very well. And then throughout the knit, there's a black part which looks like a knit, and then you guys can see a red part as well. But then over the red parts, there's some like clear, I'm guessing it's like a TPU strand that they're using, which probably adds a little bit more support as well. But then they just kept it so thin. Like, I really like that. The tongue is mostly made up of a mesh, and then once you get here to the top of the tongue, there's some screen mesh. And then underneath the screen mesh, there's KD's logo. It's really hard to see in this colorway. The tongue is independent though. It's not attached to anything that goes underneath the material. And then you have some exposed, like a rubber or foam type of material, which is kind of weird. It reminds me of the KD 13 a lot actually. You know, in the tongue, it does that as well. Tongue has a little bit of padding, I would say, but not a lot. And then here in the ankle area, it has a little bit of padding. You know, it's slightly comfortable. Definitely more than the CP3s, I would say. And as well as it's a little bit thicker than the KD12 as well. So yeah, the overall material is super nice. And the reason why I have the CP3.12 is that it feels pretty similar to the CP3.12. And you guys already know how much I love this fly knit. It's one of the best feelings fly knits I've ever felt. It doesn't feel as nice as the CP3s. Like, it doesn't feel as like stretchy or like soft for some reason, but it's still really, really nice. And you're getting all of this for only $90, which is insane. The swoosh is kind of like cut off here, which is weird, but it's literally just printed on, and it's an oversized swoosh. It kind of dips into the midsole here, but there's no like cutaway like the KD13s. And same thing with the swoosh on the medial side. And we can also see another KD logo here in the heel. It's weird because in the KD13 there was really no KD logo. As far as the fit goes, I went true to size and it fits my foot really, really well. It's pretty damn snug in the forefoot area, and I would say it's slightly narrow as well. Like my pinky toe is kind of popping out here. So if you're not like a snug fit, you should probably go up half a size. It's really easy to put the shoe on. Look at how much the tongue opens up, and it's pretty much a mid-cut construction. But it doesn't feel like cumbersome or anything, you know? This material is pretty flimsy and soft, so I didn't really feel any type of crazy ankle support or anything. And for lateral containment, I feel like it's gonna be okay. You know, the foam comes up here in the heel, and then where it says Nike Renew, this outsole comes up here in the forefoot to cage you laterally. Alright, the weight of the shoe feels really, really light. Wow, like the Renew, as you guys know, is super light. It's pretty similar to like Cushlon, Lunarlon, you know, super light, but it bottoms out pretty quickly. I'm guessing like 11 ounces? Ooh, okay, so 10.02 ounces. So super duper light. It feels minimal as well. I really, really like the feeling of the shoe right now. The KD12, with all this rubber and all this plastic caging and stuff, I feel like it was like 12, 13 ounces? So 12.38 ounces. So it's quite a bit heavier for the KD12. Let's actually check the CPs. Yeah, 12.42. So they did a really good job on keeping the shoe really light. But it doesn't feel like super cheap either. The only cheap part about the shoe is, I guess, like the tongue and the ankle area, like the lining and stuff. But you know, that's not a huge deal. But it's not like the Precision 4s. These really feel cheap, you know? So for $20 more, I believe the Precisions were like 70 bucks. This is 90 bucks. $20 more, you get way better quality. And then on the aesthetics, the aesthetics on the shoe are great. You know, this is probably one of my favorite looking shoes right now, and just like in general. Not even just for a budget shoe, just like in general, it's a great looking shoe. So yeah, tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. My first impressions on the KD Trey VIII are great. You know, the only thing I'm kind of like skeptical about is the rubber. I mean, it seemed good, but then I'm not sure on dust yet, so we'll have to see on that. But everything else seems awesome. You know, the material quality with this knit in the forefoot. The Renew foam feels pretty damn nice. It fits me well. It's a great looking shoe, and all that for only 90 bucks. So performance review will be coming a little bit later, but I recommend it as of right now as far as my first impressions go. So if you guys do want to cop, again, I'll leave a link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.